Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Saving Schalke. If you do enjoy the series, make sure you like and subscribe. Check our Instagram in the description below. Sorry that there wasn't a video on Saturday and Tuesday. Unfortunately, I've been very busy recently. But today we've got a game against RB Leipzig, followed by a Champions League game against Liverpool. So since we last met, we've been a bit iffy, let's say, because we've lost one game against Wolfsburg and drawn a game against Milan, which, if you do look at the stats, it was a bit poor from us. The defence had a very solid game, but as you can see, 6.3 from Sesko, 6.6 and 6.6 from Demir and Puig. So it's very disappointing, and then beating Hanover 4-1 leaves us 7th in the league. A victory today can see us leapfrog all the way into 4th, potentially even into 3rd, depending on results. But as you can see, Sesko's second top goal scorer, but Yusuf Makuku is absolutely running away with it. For Leverkusen this year, he scored 13 goals in 6 games. Wow. He's fantastic. Obviously, I wanted to sign him. However, Leverkusen signed him for 58 million. And instead, we've picked up Puig, who hopefully can turn into the next Messi, as I did label him last episode. But unfortunately, we have had an injury to Schmidt. Our defensive midfielder picked up an injury. Where is it? Form. He got injured in the Hanover game, and it's quite a serious injury. He's broken his leg, so he's out for 3 to 4 months. Oh, so he actually received it in the Milan game, it was. Sorry, my bad. He's out for 3 to 4 months. So it looks like that we've moved Ugarte back into a centre defensive midfield role, and obviously Scott and Mariba playing in a more advanced position. But nothing's really changed. We've got Wagnerman almost returned from injury as well. And for this first game against Leipzig, this is how I'm going to line up. Georgian goal, Sharvit, Anel, Hels, Sanders, Ugarte, Scott, Mariba, Sesko, Puig through the middle, and then Demir just off to his left-hand side. Hopefully we can get a result against RB Leipzig away from home to push up the league, as it's a necessity, as Bayern Munich and Dortmund are in the top 4. Yes, they are only 3 points above us, but we do have this game in hand on them. It would be nice to keep the pressure on them. So obviously Leipzig have got a strong start in 11, but they don't have Adeyemi. So I'm just going to have a quick look and see if he is out injured at the moment, or was he sold on? I don't know why we're looking for Adeyemi when he actually signed for Leverkusen. That was my bad. But they do have a very strong side. Thomas has always been a nemesis against us. He's constantly scored for Leipzig against us, but hopefully we can get a victory here today. We need it so desperately, and we've got a corner here. Demir plays it in. Anno and Kevin at the front post, and their header hits the post. Brian Gill plays Thomas, who plays Lee. On the right hand side here, into Tate. Thomas has an effort that's blocked, and we clear it, but it comes off one of our defenders and goes out for a Leipzig throw in here. So both of us have had a chance in the early exchanges, and both could have easily scored. Us hitting the post and Georgie having to make a good save from their effort. But they almost had a chance here, but Georgie plays it long towards Sesko, who finds Demir, near enough through one-on-one with the goalkeeper, going very wide here and has an effort, and it hits the post, and the shot looks like it hit Puig, but their keeper recovers in time to make a fantastic save. So it's a very even game so far. Both of us have had a few chances. Is this the formation that I can see us moving into long term? I don't know. It could turn into a narrow 4-1-2-1-2 with Puig or Demir playing in a more like more of an attacking midfielder role. Because at the moment with the three midfielders and the 3 attackers, it's just not working out as much as I'd hoped, and Georgie makes a fantastic save there. But yes, it's not working as well as I'd hoped. Realistically, I was hoping to be more dominant, and there we go. Leipzig have put the ball into the back of the net. 30 minutes in, we're 1-0 down. This is why I'm thinking about moving into a different formation, just because it's just not working. We're not getting the results that we need. As you can see from what I showed you before this game, we dropped points. We dropped 3 points, and that is poor from us. We needed to be winning that game. You can see Wolfsburg sat top of the table at the moment on 15 points. That could easily be in us if we had got a better start to the season, but we're currently 5 points behind them, and it's just not good enough from us. So I might actually make a tactical change going into half time. I don't know whether I'm actually training. I'm not. However, I've still got the 4-2-3-1. So Sesko can go up top. Demir, Mariba, Puig, Ugarte and Scott can play in the midfield. And I think that's how I'm going to play it for the rest of this game. I'm going to demand more from the players in the hope that we've had success with this formation in the past, in the hope that we can create slightly more and get a better result at the end of the day, because we need to be up there challenging, and if we're not getting the results, then we have to look at the formation, because it's just not good enough. I'm going to make a change. I'm going to bring Rigari on. Sandes hasn't been playing well the last few games. Puig's had a poor game, so Sidi Sane can come on, and I'll swap Demir and Sesko round, and hopefully something can change in the near future for us, because we've got 20 minutes to go. We're not creating much, even with the formation change. Could Leipzig be our nemesis in this save? We've not had much joy against them. However, time's just ticking away here, and there's a chance here. Singo plays it into the goal scorer, who'll play it back to their goalkeeper. He'll play it long, and Anel wins a header, finds Scott, slots in Mariba, back to Scott, out to Charvet. I can't wait for Wagnerman to be fully fit. I know that Charvet's okay, however, is he the player that I want to be moving forward with? Not really. Ugarte here has it, but gives it away poorly. Yeah, I want to have Wagnerman back in the right back position, because he's so strong for us. He's very rarely made a poor game. So hopefully he can be back from his injury soon. I might even look to risk him against Liverpool. But ball over to Sidi Sane, and he puts it into the back of the net from a fantastic ball over the top from Yusuf Demir. The defenders are appealing for an offside here with 6 minutes to go. Go to VAR, and the goal has been awarded. So come on, we've got 4 minutes to get the winning goal. Demir drives inside as an inverted winger, puts across a cross, and Sidi Sane at the back post just pokes it past the goalkeeper to make it 1-1. Like I said, 4 minutes to go, very tight offside. Who's that? Number 4. Don't know who their number 4 is. I think it was this man here. He was the one that was playing him onside. So we're very thankful for having him in their defence today. But they play the ball straight across to Thiago Thomas, and we've conceded literally from kickoff. How has that happened? I'm lost for words. None of our players just picked him up. And that's us 2-1 down literally straight after we've pulled it back to 1-1. And the clock's just ticking away here, but we've got one more highlight. And Ugarte, I thought he was going to get sent off there, but he's won the ball. Anel picks it up at the back, plays it into Demir. I'm distraught by us conceding that goal straight from our kickoff, from their kickoff, after we've just scored. I'm genuinely lost for words. But Rugari plays a fantastic ball across for Sesko, who finds the back of the net to make it 2-2. I'm so happy that we've actually salvaged a point here, because it was just not our day. Genuinely just wasn't our day, and I definitely won't be using that 4-1-2-3 anymore. It's just not worked out for us. We've not looked very good with that formation. I might go to a 4-1-2-1-2. However, having the 3 up front just hasn't worked for us. In the end, we draw this game. Leaves us 2 points behind Dortmund and Munich. However, that's better than being 3 points behind them at this early stage of the season. We're level on points with Leverkusen and Leipzig, and we'll just be chasing the rest of them. But we've got our next game, which is against Liverpool. Liverpool, always a tough side in Football Manager 22. They're currently sat in second in the league. Them and Arsenal tend to be the dominating sides, and Liverpool have won the league 3 of the 5 seasons that we've been playing so far. So it's definitely going to be a tough game, but hopefully we can do this. I'll see you shortly in the next game against Liverpool. So we have come to the game away from home against Liverpool. Like I said, I'm going to change the formation up and play a 4-1-2-1-2. I've gone for Georgian goal, Vagdaman, Kevin, Anel, Rugari, Ugarte, Mariba, Scott, Puig, Demir and Sesko. So it means I've taken off Sanders, I've taken off Sharvit and brought in 2 new left fullbacks. Got a few tired legs out there. Scott I can't do much about as we don't have anyone bar Blanco, so I'll look to bring Blanco on after 45 minutes. Puig's just going to sit behind Demir and Sesko. Realistically, our only 2 centre attacking mids are Puig and Demir, so it's going to be a rotation for those 2 in that position. We do have Palestro to come on up front if needs be, next to Sesko or Demir, Puig, whoever. But oh my god, look at Liverpool side. They've got Alisson in goal, Trent, Gomez, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Tonali, Coop Miners, Salah, Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. as their front 3. Former man of ours, Harvey Elliott, is sat on their bench today. We've had him on loan for the last 2 seasons, I think it was. But I'm going to encourage the boys. I don't expect a victory here today, but even a point here today would be better than nothing. So fingers crossed for us that we can get something with a new formation. It's slightly different to the 3 up front by having that centre attacking mid slightly deeper so he can come pick up the ball. But Kevin on the ball here plays into Mariba, up to Puig, who hopefully can be the difference maker. Look, and we try and find Regari, but Trent intercepts and Mo Salah's driving forward with it on the right hand side. Plays it back to Trent, into Tonali, over to Coop Myers, who finds the back of the net to make it 1-0 to Liverpool after 9 minutes. Not the start that we wanted today, but like I've been saying, I don't expect much from this game against Liverpool. It's going to be a very tough game. Them and Arsenal, I find, are the 2 sides that are very dominant in Football Manager 22. And they always produce very good players. They always have a lot of money. They have everything that a team needs to sort of do well. And unfortunately, we've been drawn up against Liverpool in the Champions League. And we've started poorly by being 1-0 down after 9 minutes. And it looks like they're going to come forward with it. Mbappe on the ball here, finds Virgil van Dijk. Back to Mbappe, who looks to find Mo Salah, but Regari intercepts and headers it back to Georgie. And from this position, he rolls it out to Kevin, who will find Anel, into Scott, looking to find Wagnerman on the right-hand side. However, it's a very poor ball, and Robertson finds Mbappe here on the left-hand side. And they're going to look to come forward with the ball into Vinicius Jr., into Mbappe. One-on-one with Georgie. And Georgie makes a fantastic save to push it round the post to keep it at 1-0 to Liverpool. But from the resulting corner that Liverpool will have, Mbappe's going to swing it in from an in-swinger. And Marie clears, but only as far as Vinicius Jr., who looks to find Mbappe, but he was in an offside position. So we do get a free kick from that, and Kevin will look to play it long here over to Regari, but Trent outjumps him once again, so we need to stop that. And Salah finds Vinicius Jr. And that's 2-0 to Liverpool. I don't know what's happened in the last couple of... don't even know, like the couple of games that we've not been playing well at all. So I will demand more from the players. I don't expect Trent to be out jumping Regari either. So I don't quite know why he is. Mbappe here on the ball. Find Coop Myers. Back to Mbappe. Into Vinicius Jr., who was in an offside position there. So I'm sure of that. But VAR are checking it anyway. And like I thought, the goal is disallowed. So it stays 2-0 after 20 minutes. As you can see, the ball played back to Mbappe. He was in an offside position. And then I also think that Vinicius Jr. was in an offside position there. But Alisson plays it to Gomez, who looks to find Vinicius Jr. up top. Kevin wins a header, but it's straight back at us. Out to Robertson on the left-hand side. Played forward towards Mbappe. Into Coop Myers. Finds Robertson. Mo Salah at the back post. Checking at VAR once again. It's a poor day at the office. Poor day at the office today. Both games in this episode have not turned out the way that I wanted them to. And the goal has been awarded here. So that's 3-0 to Liverpool. I'm not very happy that we are this far behind them. Realistically, I just want to get to the end of the game being not badly damaged. I will have a team meeting with the players after the game just to try and raise their spirits somewhat. In the other game in our group, Milan are drawing to Monaco 0-0 currently. But Rugari's just been injured, so I'll have to bring on Sanders. Hopefully he can play a bit better than he did last game. But Milan have just gone 1-0 up, putting them on 4 points, us on 1 point, Monaco on none, Liverpool on 6 points, as they would have won 2 games so far. So we've got to half time. Poor performance. I'm going to keep on Scott until the 60th minute, but Demir with a corner here played it in, and Puig's going to pick up the seconds here. Finds Kevin, closed down by Vinicius Jr. and gives the ball away so poorly. After having fantastic seasons for us, Kevin's started to play a bit poorly, and it's something that we don't need. Robertson's played a fantastic ball over the top towards Mbappe. Wagnerman's closing him down, but he finds Tonali, who has a shot, and luckily for us, it's just over the bar. But I'm going to make a change here. I'm going to bring on Palestro for Demir, as Demir's picked up a knot, and I'll also bring off Scott for Blanco as well, as Scott needed to come off after 45 minutes. But it looks like it's comfortable for Liverpool. We haven't really created much. They've got fast attackers, fantastic attackers as well. Surprised Salah hasn't dived for a penalty yet. But we're just keeping the ball here. Tried to play it out towards Sanders, but once again, I think that's 3 times that has been intercepted, and they make it 4-0 from that resulting chance. Trent's intercepted a poor ball once again out to our left back. Trent's had a fantastic game for Liverpool today. If we just look at Liverpool's stats, can't even, because they've got another highlight. And Mbappe plays the ball in, but Kevin clears. Palestro looked like he went to go for it, but backed out of it, which is something we don't need. We need him to... I know he's young, and we've got a lot of potential in this side, but we need players like him to be going for the ball. And the ball is played back to Alisson. Palestro can't even get there in front of Mbappe when he had a head start. Fabinho to Virgil, Van Dijk into Mbappe. Tonali finds Mbappe, who looks to be everywhere this evening, and Vinicius sticks it past Georgie, and that's going to be 5-0 because he was onside. Oh my gosh, I'm genuinely lost for words with how poorly we're playing. I know that we're away from home against Liverpool, but we shouldn't be this poor. We've been in a Champions League final, yes, lost it to Chelsea. We've been in the latter stages of the Champions League in the last 2 seasons. But coming up against Liverpool and losing 5-0 is embarrassing. And they're still coming towards us, and it's just not fun anymore. They've had an XG of 2, but scored 5 goals. Milan are winning 2-0 against Monaco in our group. Drawing at home to Milan is a poor result as well. Like, when you look at it, realistically, we should be qualifying out of this group. And if we're on 4 points from the first 3 games with, I don't know, an away game against Milan, a home game against Liverpool, which we're going to lose because of this result, I can just tell now that we're going to get absolutely smashed by Liverpool once again, unless our players decide that they want to show up. But we've gone for a bog standard sort of like gegenpress 4-1-2-1-2 here. Vinicius Junior's offside there. Surely he was offside. Yeah, he was. But we've gone for a standard gegenpress 4-1-2-1-2. Slightly changed a few roles to suit players better. Put Mariba in and Mazzala to try and get some width in the sides. But it's just not working out, and hopefully this is the end of the game highlight, because I can't wait for it to happen. Georgie plays it up long, looking to find Puig, who's had a poor game once again. I really thought he was going to come in, and I know that he's not amazing, but at least do something with the side. I thought he was going to add a bit of creativity, but he's literally on a 6.0 this evening. And thank goodness that he finished on a 5.9. Thank goodness that's full time, because I'm definitely not happy. I'm furious. I can't describe how angry I am at losing 5-0 to Liverpool. How did they get on against Monaco? Say beat them 3-0 away from home. Rugari's out to 5 to 6 weeks. Demir's out for a week. Just going to come back for the away game against Monaco and probably the Mönchengladbach game. Try and get far as into the season as possible and hope that we're still in the league contention, Champions League contention, and just go from there. But if you did enjoy, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. Check out our Instagram in the description below. If you can help in any way, make sure you leave that in the comments as well. But apart from that, after a disappointing few games, I will see you in next episode.